As the first rays of dawn kiss the dew-kissed petals of an orchid, a hidden world of beauty awakens. Orchids, with their vibrant hues and intricate patterns, are often seen as mysterious and exotic, but the secret to their allure lies in their care. Today we'll uncover the art and science behind nurturing these stunning blooms. From the right lighting conditions to the perfect watering routine, we'll reveal the expert tips that can turn your living space into a tropical paradise. Stay tuned as we transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Orchids come in a myriad of shapes, sizes, and colors. This botanical family is one of the largest on Earth, boasting over 25,000 naturally occurring species and even more hybrids. From the delicate dancing lady orchids, with their intricate patterns and flamboyant colors, to the majestic cattleyas, often called the queen of orchids, for their large, showy blooms. Then there are the slipper orchids, known for their unique pouch-like shape, and the ghost orchids, celebrated for their ethereal beauty and elusive nature. Some orchids are tiny enough to rest on the tip of your finger, while others tower above you with tall, sturdy stalks. Colors range from the purest whites and softest pinks to vibrant oranges, yellows, and purples. Some even flaunt multicolored, speckled, or striped patterns. Each variety has its own allure, its own story to tell. Now let's delve into the art of caring for these exotic beauties. Orchids thrive in bright, indirect light. This isn't just a poetic sentiment, but a crucial tip for cultivating these exotic beauties. Just as we humans need sunlight to produce vitamin D, orchids need light to photosynthesize and grow. But not just any light will do. Direct sunlight can scorch their delicate leaves, while insufficient light can stunt their growth and inhibit blooming. So what's the sweet spot? Well, it's all about balance. Orchids prefer bright but indirect light. Think of a place in your home where you can read a book comfortably without turning on any lights. That's the kind of light your orchids crave. East and north-facing windows are often ideal locations. If a shadow of your hand on a piece of paper is soft and diffused, that's perfect for orchids. But let's not forget about water. Just as light, water is a life-giving force for orchids. However, these are not your typical houseplants that enjoy a daily watering schedule. In their natural habitat, orchids often grow on trees, their roots exposed to air and occasional showers. They've evolved to survive periods of dryness, followed by a good soak. The key to watering orchids is to mimic this cycle in your home. Wait until the potting mix is almost dry before watering again. When you do water, make sure to drench the roots, then allow all the excess water to drain away. Overwatering or letting orchids sit in water can lead to root rot, a common pitfall for many orchid enthusiasts. In essence, light and water are two fundamental elements of orchid care, each with its own nuances and intricacies. Understanding and mastering these can set you on the path to cultivating beautiful, blooming orchids. But remember, every orchid is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. As we venture further into the world of orchids, we'll uncover more secrets and tips. But for now, remember this. The key is consistency and understanding your orchid's unique needs. With patience, observation, and a little bit of experimentation, you'll soon be on your way to nurturing your very own exotic paradise. Orchids love humidity, but they also need fresh air to flourish. When it comes to cultivating your perfect orchids, understanding the role of humidity and airflow is paramount. While orchids are tropical plants, they are also epiphytes, meaning they grow on other plants or objects, absorbing moisture and nutrients from the air and rain. This unique lifestyle means they have specific needs when it comes to humidity and airflow that differ from many other houseplants. Humidity is essential because orchids, unlike most plants, don't draw water from the soil. Instead, they absorb it from the air through their roots. This is why, in their natural habitat, they thrive in humid environments like rainforests. But don't worry, you don't have to turn your home into a tropical rainforest to keep your orchids happy. A simple way to increase humidity is by placing your orchid on a tray filled with water and pebbles. The water in the tray evaporates, creating a microclimate of increased humidity around your plant. However, while orchids love humidity, they are not fans of still, stagnant air. This is where airflow comes into play. Good air circulation is vital for orchids, as it helps prevent diseases by keeping the leaves dry and reducing the chance of fungus or bacterial growth. It also aids in temperature regulation, preventing overheating, and promotes healthy growth by ensuring a fresh supply of carbon dioxide, which orchids need for photosynthesis. Creating an environment with good airflow can be as straightforward as placing your orchid near a window, where it can benefit from the natural air currents in your home. For those in more enclosed spaces, a small fan set to low can be a great way to mimic the gentle breezes of the orchid's natural environment. But remember, balance is key. Too much dry air can dehydrate your orchids, so it's all about finding that sweet spot where humidity and airflow coexist harmoniously. In essence, the secret to perfect orchids lies not only in providing the right light and water, but also in mimicking their natural habitat as closely as possible. Creating the right environment is crucial for your orchid's growth. By understanding and implementing the importance of humidity and airflow, you are well on your way to nurturing your orchids to their full, blooming potential. Feeding your orchid is an art in itself. It's about finding that sweet spot between supplying necessary nutrients and avoiding over-fertilization. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you master this delicate balance. Step 1. Choose the right fertilizer. Orchids generally prefer a balanced fertilizer, one with an equal ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. You might see numbers like 20-20-20 on the package. That's what you're looking for. Step 2. Dilute your fertilizer. Orchids have delicate root systems, so a full-strength fertilizer can be a bit much. Aim for 1/4 to half of the recommended strength. Remember, less is more when it comes to orchid fertilization. Step 3. Time your feedings correctly. Orchids should be fed lightly but frequently. A good rule of thumb is weekly. This means a weak solution once a week. Step 4. Monitor your orchid's response. After fertilizing, keep a close eye on your plant. If the leaves turn yellow or brown, or if the roots appear burned, you may be over-fertilizing. And finally, step 5. Don't forget to flush. Every 4th watering, skip the fertilizer and just use plain water. This helps flush out any excess salts that may have built up in the potting media. Remember, over-fertilization can harm your orchid. Moderation is key. With these steps in mind, you're well on your way to mastering the art of orchid feeding. Happy gardening. Pruning and repotting are essential steps in orchid care. These practices breathe new life into your orchids, encouraging a vibrant display of blossoms that will surely mesmerize. Pruning is not just about maintaining a neat appearance, it's about directing your orchid's energy towards new growth. Start by identifying the spent flower stalks, those that have finished blooming and are beginning to yellow. Using a sterilized pair of pruning shears, cut these back to just above a node. This practice not only tidies up your orchid, but also stimulates the plant to produce new flowers. Equally important is the act of repotting, which refreshes the growing environment of your orchids. The best time to repot is just after flowering, when the orchid is in its growth phase. Gently remove the orchid from its current pot, taking care not to damage its roots. Trim off any dead or rotten roots, and then place the orchid in a new pot filled with fresh orchid mix. This rejuvenates the plant's root system, providing a healthy foundation for future growth. Remember, the pot you choose plays a crucial role in your orchid's health. Orchids prefer pots that provide good drainage and airflow. A clear plastic pot is a popular choice, as it allows you to monitor the condition of the roots and the moisture level of the potting mix. In essence, the pot should serve as a comfortable home for your orchid, catering to its unique needs and preferences. Pruning and repotting may seem like a daunting task, but with practice, you'll find it to be a rewarding part of your orchid care routine. It's a chance to interact with your orchids, to understand their growth patterns, and to contribute actively to their well-being. With proper care, your orchid will reward you with stunning blooms. Each flower is a testament to your dedication and care, a beautiful symbol of the bond between you and your orchid. So embrace the art of pruning and repotting and watch as your orchids flourish, transforming your living space into an exotic paradise. Meet some orchid enthusiasts who have mastered the art of orchid care. Like Janice, who nurtured a wilting phalaenopsis back to vibrant health, or Tom, who coaxed a stubborn dendrobium into blooming for the first time in 3 years. And let's not forget Lisa, whose Cattleya collection has become the talk of her neighborhood. Each of these stories is a testament to patience, knowledge, and love. Their success can be yours too. We've unveiled the secrets to perfect orchids today, from understanding the importance of bright, indirect light and consistent watering, to creating the right balance of humidity and airflow, to mastering fertilization, pruning and repotting techniques. Each step is crucial in nurturing these exotic beauties. Coupled with these expert tips, your dedication will soon yield breathtaking blooms. So, Embark on this rewarding journey of orchid care, and remember, with the right care and a touch of patience, your orchids can transform into a mesmerizing display of color and life.